It's available online at nationaljournal.com. Mike is joining us from Germantown, Maryland. Independent Line. Good morning.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I hope you'll give me a little bit of time here to explain myself so I can document what I'm talking about. If you go to prisonplanet.com, there's an article by Paul Joseph Watson saying that al-Qaeda terrorists airlifted from Libya to aid Syrian opposition. This is not a rebellion. This is a CIA, Mossad, MI6 state-sponsored coup where we train and arm the terrorists to overthrow Assad in order to put in central bank and to gain control. This man on your program is nothing but a pimp for the New World Order.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there on the second part of the point because we asked for courtesy and diplomacy. You can certainly disagree with our guest, but I want to go back to his point because a lot of people feel that the CIA is involved in all of this.
Pimp for the New World Order. I haven't had that one before. That's interesting. This rebellion started out internally. It's an indigenous rebellion. It started out peacefully. After Assad decided to crush it militarily, it turned into a civil war. He's right on a couple of points. There have been extremist groups from Iraq and from Libya who've joined the opposition. As much as we saw when the civil war in Iraq was at its height, we saw these groups come in, and especially the Sunnis, and sort of join al-Qaeda in Iraq. Now they're joining extremist groups in Syria. So there is a great concern that the extremist groups are part of the rebellion, and even if Assad falls, what happens to those groups? Do they get their hands on his chemical weapons, for instance? So that's a very valid concern. The CIA and the U.S. has been involved in helping supply non-lethal aid to the rebellion. We've picked a side in the civil war. It's clear. He's absolutely right about that. President Obama said Assad must go. We have not armed the rebellion, but our allies have, especially Saudi Arabia and Qatar. Mostly small arms, but there's also very credible reports they have some surface-to-air missiles, man-portable, which raises some concerns if they fall into the wrong hands also. So it's a messy civil war, and we've chosen a side, and right now it's stalemated, but yes, we have offered support to the rebellion. Once he started massacring his own people, I don't think a lot of our allies would have accepted any other choice but to stand on the side of these people who really want a say in their own lives.
A follow-up from a viewer, a little bit more polite, saying, I have to admit most of what the caller said is true. The CIA is involved.
CIA is involved in helping supplying training, communications equipment, non-lethal training, and equipment to the rebellion. That's correct.
Let's go to John joining us from San Diego. Good morning to